It's time to get fresh with Mike. This week's featured produce is mushrooms.
That's right. Now, another fact from the Romans, Kevin. They actually called the mushroom the food of the gods, as it's been around for quite a long time. In ancient Egypt, they used to bury royalty with them, and only the royal members of society could eat mushrooms. Yeah, isn't that interesting? Now, here's my recipe involving mushrooms, and I made stuffed mushrooms. And they're pretty easy to make. You just need a package of mushrooms. I used button mushrooms, but you may want to use bigger mushrooms. Portobello will work as well. Just one package of cream cheese, some Parmesan cheese, garlic, onion powder, cayenne pepper, and black pepper. It's pretty easy. You just saute the garlic and remove the stems from the mushrooms, mince those up and cook them with the garlic together. Let that cool down. Once it's been cooked, mix it together with the cream cheese and then bake them in the oven at a oven heated at about 350 degrees for about 20 minutes. And it shouldn't take very long, and you can see when they're done when there's some moisture below each mushroom, because obviously it has to draw the moisture out of it. But in retrospect, I wish I used larger mushrooms because
easier to stuff or something.
That's right.
Be there all day just trying to stuff those little tiny mushrooms. Yeah.
And I bet with different herbs, I bet you could also put them in, different spices like dill. Or,
oh, absolutely. I tinkered with it a little bit. Instead of Parmesan cheese, I used Pecorino Romano. That's all I had. So I went with that. But it came out tasting pretty similarly because the cheeses are so muted in flavor. But we also have our featured recipe of the day from Jen Carson. And this is her take on chicken Parmesan, but using mushrooms. And mushrooms are considered the meat of the vegetable world, as they're not animals they're not plants, but they're pretty close to animals, as they exhale and inhale just like human beings. So all you need.
Hold on a second.
They don't have lungs. They don't have lungs.
That doesn't make it exactly appetizing.
Absorb oxygen.
They absorb oxygen and obviously exhale, if you want to call it that, carbon dioxide. So all you do is take portobello mushrooms, some salt, pepper, make your own sauce or buy some jarred up, whatever you'd like, some shredded mozzarella cheese, and just like chicken parm, you preheat a grill pan or a gas grill to cook the mushrooms. Drizzle a little olive oil on there, sprinkle on the salt and pepper, grill them for 5 minutes. That's all you need, because if you overcook mushrooms, they taste a little bit like rubber, and that's the texture that they have. Then all you do, spread some of the marinara sauce from the bottom of the baking dish, put the mushrooms in there, cover it with the sauce and cheese, bake it for about 15 minutes, and you have a wonderful vegetarian substitute for everyone's favorite chicken Parmesan.
Very cool.
Now, before we go, there are 4 tastes. There's bitterness, sweet, salty, and sour. Do you know the 5th? Do either of you? There is a 5th.
What?
It's called umami. Discovered in Japan in 1906, and it is the sense that it softens sourness or mutes saltiness and makes you salivate. So mushrooms, actually, they say if you add mushrooms to any dish, it adds that umami element to it.
Interesting. Who knew?
Yeah.
Mushrooms.
How about that?
Could go for a donut right now, to tell you the truth.
Yeah,
mushroom
first thing in the
sounds so
morning,
good.
I don't know.
Yeah. Have a mushroom
Maybe
with my,
next week.
mushroom with my donut.
With
It'll make
coffee,
it that
perfect.
amuni thing or whatever you're talking about.